What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Jake. I encourage other human beings to suffer well for the sake of the people they care about, make cool stuff, live life to the fullest, and I've recently undergone a change in my setup. I'm gonna go over all of why I've done this. Here's me typing. I enjoy typing, it's a little hobby of mine, and I want to type faster, but environment is so important. Your environment is either working for you or against you, as with everything. And most people just don't critically think. Most people just accept how things are and don't cater to use stuff. They don't cater everything for their goals and to actually progress. Use your workspace to inspire you. I'm not trying to be all flexy, but I do have this MacBook. I wanted one for forever. I made a vlog about it. It was like it's actually my second most viewed video on this channel. I wanted a MacBook for forever. And you know what I found about this thing? Yes, there might be better performing options for the money, maybe. But the design cues and what this MacBook actually means to me, it inspires me. I cannot just leave it sitting. Every time I see it, I open it up. I just can't not do that. So when it comes to your gear, when it comes to your gadgets, little stuff, and I'm not trying to say like you should go splurge or something, like what you guys don't understand is like this room of mine, this somewhat aesthetically pleasing room, that it's all so built up like over years. A couple years ago, this room was empty, just white walls, no furniture whatsoever, just me, my clothes, and I had this little canvas cot with aluminum rails, and that's what I slept on for a while. This is all practically not recent, but literally over time. And then working a couple years, it's been like 4 years of me working landscaping with my uncle on the weekends, or like once a week, twice a week in the summer days nowadays. So cater your environment to your goals. Optimize it for a flow state. Like if you're getting work done, you don't need a bunch of distracting art, you don't need a bunch of distracting colors. This is why I have the black foam in the backdrop. That's exactly why. It helps me just focus in. Another thing is monitors. I think you should have a monitor. Only one monitor. And I decided to just have my MacBook as my main thing because it's so much higher quality than like resolution wise and pixel density. I just like it and I'm accustomed to it already. So I just have this little stand I bought on Amazon for 15 bucks. So that it's eye level, don't need to be like looking down, straining your neck, of course. But I have this. Another thing I want to go into is the fact that your environment becomes reference points for habit cues. Our habits, basically, they have a cue, and then you chase it, and then you have the reward. If there's a common environment having to do with a habit, that becomes a cue in itself. So if you sit at your desk and you strictly use your desk for reading or working, that becomes the cue for a flow state. Same goes for like porn and video games. I've used this desk that way before. And before of this setup of using just the MacBook, I had the PC with the monitors. And not literally, quite recently, like not too recently because I've been pretty celibate ever since, like I've mentioned in my videos, but it's been a good 4 days of mine, push-ups and such. And I've logged in, and I want to talk to you about like, if you're struggling with that stuff, explicit content. For me personally, I never like used a normal tab. I was always incognito. So on my phone, I have the feature where it like limits adult browsing in the settings, and it actually disables the private browsing on Safari. So that isn't even an option of me, and I've exercised that. And what you want to do is just eliminate every area you do that, whatever you look it up on, because it can be multiple devices. For me, like, I haven't even thought about it with the MacBook. It's just a new clean state. There's no environment queued to it. It's a brand new device. There's no, like, I've never used it for that, and I don't want to ever. Like, this is a brand new state. I don't want to ever have that. And it really hasn't crossed my mind when it comes to this. However, the PC, due to me doing it in the past, it's still there. So that's why I'm not using a monitor, as well as I don't want they're only like 1080p, or I think this is just enough. This display that comes on the laptop itself. And the same way you may have those cues for the negative thing, you can absolutely reverse it. And having a little setup change and such is a big help, because it kind of alters the cue so that you're not instantly reminded of it in that environment, because that can make things tough. Absolutely. And also, like, dopamine detox, that's always an option. But yeah, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my environment. Have stuff clean, organized, inspiring, and with purpose. Another thing is, as you can see now, I have this piece of paper I added onto the backdrop. Pay with the suffering now, or get consumed by the interest of regret. Pay now, or get consumed by the interest. So this is all work. I was wondering, what do I have for this one piece of paper? Because I already planned this. There's space for it. I just want to have this as my one input I can look up at. So all around my room, you should have inputs, notes, something. Cater it. Reinforce the mindset. Reinforce the belief systems. Reinforce why you're doing this. Because the people who want it, they're going to do that. Are you just going to sit behind because you're lazy? You can't take a sheet of paper and write in Sharpie for a little bit? Make it a bit neat or not? Just have it there? Maybe a sticky note on your bathroom mirror. Why wouldn't you? Like, explain to me, why wouldn't you? Out of sight, out of mind. I can tell you from experience that when the person I'm trying to become is out of sight, I'm not going to act congruently. When my Bible isn't in sight, I'm not going to pick it up. Rarely. The same goes for your phone as well. So have your phone away. I have my phone charger in my closet. It's completely out of sight, and I can't hear any vibrations or nothing. So do that. This was Sauce. Hope you enjoyed my little shots of me and my environment. Not the nicest thing in the world, but I'm very blessed and happy to be here. I'm happy to have the opportunity to be in a first world country where I can cut grass a little bit and save up for a MacBook and have it shipped to my house and all of this. So much we take for granted. A very blessed position. If you're having a bad day, maybe you should broaden your point of view to realize that so many people have it worse than you. And you have so much more that you're neglecting, and you're cursing yourself by not looking at your blessings. So, have a wonderful day. Love you. Jesus loves you. As I said, I'm Jake Batten. I'm just helping human beings just get better and serve the people they care about. That is the life we're meant to live. Yeah. Peace.